Hello and welcome to the Avanti Women and Panasonic speaker series. This month we're talking about beauty and balance, and with me tonight is Anoshinie, who's going to talk a lot about what she's doing to keep herself beautied and balanced. Love to hear more about your story. Welcome, and tell us about who you are and what your story is, and what does the M stand in your name? We got to know who your name is.
Okay, so I guess we should start with the M.
Yes.
So it stands for Muhundarajah. Do you want to give it a shot?
Muhundarajah.
Perfect.
I love it.
There you go.
You're beautiful.
You're good. Thank you for having me, Dina. I am currently a professional dancer. I work in the field of social work, so child care work, and I'm also an independent consultant for a company called Arbonne.
Nice.
So those are the three things that's got me going in my life right now. Very busy, but I absolutely love it. And in one way or another, all three of them kind of just tie in together. And they all just mend well, and it's working the way I want it to work without even realizing that's what's happening. So it's all kind of leading to that same path.
Well, that's what happens to women, right?
Exactly.
As we try things, they fall into place, and that's part of our journey.
Exactly.
So you're doing dance, you're an independent consultant for Arborlon, and the social work. So that's busy. So
yes,
you
that
know,
is for sure busy.
That's really keeping you young, and so. A couple of things. This is about beauty and balance. So first off, we want some beauty tips. We're going to need some beauty tips, okay? And then I have another question just really around that beauty and that balance. Like as women today, we do so much. So how do you keep that balance? And so, I'd like to hear, both those questions. I'm throwing them at you. I apologize. But I'm very curious because, this is about beauty and balance, and our members will be able to, resonate with what you're saying. So we really want to hear what you have to say.
For sure. Well, of course, I think most people in today's day and age are very busy people, very on the go, have more than one jobs, most people that I meet. And so it's very important to essentially take care of yourself, right? So you got to put yourself first. And I think along the way, a lot of people lose track of that because you get so busy. So being a part of this company, it's been awesome because I've been introduced to all these amazing products that I was unaware of before, not even thinking about the kind of things that I'm putting onto my body or even consuming, because our line of stuff includes everything from beauty products, from nutrition. So right there, you can use the both to really create a balanced lifestyle for you.
Nice.
So with beauty, the products are vegan-based and essentially just so much better for you. So I know that what I'm putting onto my skin isn't doing harm.
Right.
And after trying the products, I absolutely fell in love with it.
That's great.
Because I'm like, if I'm going to go to any retail store and buy the same product, why not just purchase it for my own business?
Right.
And at the end of the day, it's better for me too.
Right.
So using that, my goal with that is to experience the products, understand it completely, breathe it, live it, and once I have been able to do that and understand everything about the products, now my motive is to share it with the world, share it with my loved ones, share it with their loved ones, and so forth, because I want them to experience the greatness that I'm experiencing.
Right, especially something that's healthy for you,
exactly.
right? And so vegan makeup is very popular today, and I know that they also don't do animal testing, so that is
animal testing, plant-based, so
very huge
a lot
features.
of natural products that are being used.
Right. So tell us, between your professional dance and the independent consulting with the beauty products with Arborlon, and also with the social work, how do you manage that through resources? Like, what is the one thing, other than your phone, because I'm sure you have a smartphone, what are some of the resources that you go to and where to help you balance?
Right. Outdoors. I have to say, just nature, being outdoors and just inhaling clean air wherever I can. So if it's like going for walks, going for hikes, just in the local areas.
So I love the idea of going for walks and being near nature. I think that's a fantastic outlet.
Right.
What about resources or things that a go-to spot for you to just either decompress or get on top of business ideas?
Surprisingly, even though I am a professional dancer, sometimes just going to the studio and creating. So creating with no guidelines. So it's not for a gig, it's not for someone else. but it's for me. So it's something where I just get to be creative with no guidelines, and I can just be me. And that actually sparks ideas for business or social work or other parts of me that I want to do in the long run. And even reading.
Good.
I don't get too much time to read,
Okay.
but when I do, one of my favorite books that I'm actually rereading is The Power of Now, and I absolutely love it because it's all about being in the present, and I'm a very be in the moment, like just admire the moment that you're living in and take that and move forward with it. So rereading it, you get a different perspective from it, which
Good
is
for
great.
you. Yeah, that's a great book, by the way.
Yes, and of course watching Friends.
Oh, Friends.
Me time.
Reruns.
Yeah,
Reruns. Yes,
reruns.
of course.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So in your career path, in your, you're lucky because you get to do what you really want, and you have a passion around dance and helping people, and that's very admirable. And so, through your journey, have you had a mentor? And if you had a mentor, who were they and how did they influence who you are today?
Yeah, thinking about mentors growing up, I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I feel like while I was growing up, there wasn't a direct mentor, but it was all very indirect. So with dance, of course, my dance teacher when I was young, but then watching other artists through online or music videos, just celebrities that I follow and admire in terms of performance artists, and my sister, because she's older than me, so I followed a lot of her values just naturally, and parents, of course, and then I think just along the way, friends, other artists that I can learn from and continue to learn from.
Very nice. That's great. So in terms of a superhero, do you have one? Do you believe in them?
I think everyone is a superhero.
Are you one?
Yes, that is why I'm really here. So superheroes. Yeah, you know what? Growing up, it wasn't like a huge part of my childhood. I watched it because it was there, but it wasn't something I completely was crazy about. But I think what I connect to with superheroes, I guess, is just being the ability to use your powers to essentially help people. I mean, aside the villains. But yeah, so helping people with whatever superpower that you have. And I think we all have a superpower within us. And you just need to figure out what that is and use it.
Great.
And then you can be your own superhero.
Right.
You don't need fictional characters.
Right. Do you have a superpower that we should know about?
Maybe. I'm reading your mind right now.
Okay. This is good. Then she knows what I'm going to ask next. No, I love it. That's great.
Yeah.
So, that's very good because you need to have an outlet. So I really love what you're saying there.
Of course.
So when you look back, is there anything there that you could have done better or something you would have done different? Is there?
Yes, definitely. Yes, definitely.
So some words from wisdoms for others that are looking to go down the path, such as yourself, who want to become successful. I mean, what words of wisdom would you have for them?
Yes, of course. And I feel like I think about that more and more as I get older. It starts hitting you and you kind of reflect back and think about your past and what you could have done differently.
Sure.
I have no regrets because I don't like to believe in regrets. You learn from everything that you do, every mistake you make, you just become better. But in terms of what I could have done differently, I think is to take more risks. I know I take a lot more risks now, but I wish looking back, even if I was 18 or 20, I wish I tried out more things. And take more risks, be a little bit more fearless, and start that balanced life from back then.
Nice.
I feel like I understood it then, but I didn't fully practice it. I feel like I'm practicing it more now because I feel the need for it. And I know everyone feels the need for it. You forget about it, but it's so important.
It is.
Right? It's so important to try new things, be fearless, and make sure you have that balance. Because I feel like balance, the concept of balance, it's a part of all aspects of your life, right? Whether it's your family, your career, your relationships, just in anything that you do. So it's really important to put yourself first.
Yes, and it's so interesting to say that because that's exactly what Avanti Women is really about. It's about moving forward both professionally and personally, which means taking time for yourself.
Because I had a very hard time saying no to people before.
Right.
So I would say yes to everyone because it's not essentially to please them, but you want to.
Right.
But then you get to a point where you're like, wait, I need to put myself first. I'm losing balance. We can't take on so much.
That's right. And then there's so many impacts as a result.
Don't forget about you.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Great. Good message. Very good. So with that, what would you say then, if there's something that you want to be recognized for, when you look at maybe defining success, and when we talk about the recipe for success, what would you say is been your main ingredients to be so successful? What is that recipe for success? Our members want to know, so please tell us.
My recipe for success, I feel like that's such a loaded question, but in a very deep one. But I feel like my recipe for success has been changing over the years for what I thought it was before. And over time, as you have more experiences and you're open to more opportunities, it alters it. So right now, I would say my recipe to success is to not compare myself to others, because we're ourselves like worst critics, right? And we're very hard on ourselves.
Very true.
So there's only one you in this world, so really use your talent. Everyone has a gift. I believe everyone has a gift, and when you can find that gift within and you can feel it, you'll know exactly what you're meant to do.
It's a great message.
Yeah, if you're going
being true to yourself is what I heard you say.
Yes, essentially be true to yourself and live a balanced lifestyle, because it catches up to you. And then, because I'm a very go person, and then I crash and go. So I'm still figuring it out, but I feel like I'm becoming more and more balanced, inner and outer.
Nice.
So in terms of everything that I do, and also just within, to be balanced within, which is just understanding who you are and what you want to do.
Which is key.
It's so key.
Yeah.
It's
so that I hear what you're saying around your key for success, and that's great. And I would be interested to hear a little bit more about what is the one skill that you have that keeps you going and keeps you stay focused on that recipe of success. What would you say that is?
That's a great question. I would say that one of my main skills to being successful right now is just being real. I'm a very real person, so just with everything. Being real with myself, being real with others, being real with what needs to get done to get it done, and that's just really it. Just be real.
And being realistic.
Oh, yes.
Saying no to your message before.
Yes.
I really like what you're saying.
Yes, be very realistic.
Very good.
Very realistic,
How do you stay focused and how do you stay motivated? Tell us your secret.
Yeah, I'm always finding ways to stay motivated. It could be very hard when you have a very busy lifestyle. So, to be honest, what really motivates me is others. So, realizing the impact that I am having on other people, whether it's younger people or older people, just seeing the result of what I am doing and how that is sparking something in them, or just changing something for them, or just motivating them. So what motivates me is other people being motivated by me, if that makes sense.
Sure it does.
Yeah.
Very inspirational.
It keeps igniting my fire to just keep going, because I don't want that to end.
Great. We don't want it to end either.
Well, thanks.
What I'd really love to know more about is the beauty component around, you're an independent consultant with Arborlon. Can you maybe talk about how you've been successful with that product line and how it impacts women? I just would really love to hear more about that.
Yes, of course. So with the Arbonne line, it really does impact women, and I feel like it impacts the everyday woman to the very busy woman, to the mother, to really just any type of woman. That's one of the greatest things, because our line, it caters to everyone, really, right? So even with skincare, there's so many different lines. So the everyday, acne prone, which is what I've been trying, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Good.
And so it really does impact them, and that's one way with the products itself. But with women joining it and being a part of it, they feel very empowered by it, because essentially they're starting their own business and with products that they love using. So really they're just sharing with the world these beauty products, or the health products, like the the beauty products are what's the word I'm looking for? Nutrition, thanks. The beauty products are the nutrition line, and they just get to share it with their loved ones, which is amazing, right?
Good.
And it's amazing because there's people who have completely given up their careers to do Arbonne full time, but then there's also people who still hold on to their careers and are doing this on the side, which is still great because they're still being impacted by it.
Yeah, absolutely. So in terms of some resources for beauty, where do you recommend women go to search out information about beauty and making sure things that they're using are really environmentally friendly, that are not being tested on animals, that are green, let's say? Where does one go for resources around beauty or something that maybe you're using or recommend?
Right, of course. The resources are all around us. We just don't even realize it's literally everywhere, but sometimes it's hard to believe what you are reading, right? Because you can't believe everything that's online. So I would personally recommend, only because I'm using these products myself. So we have all the ingredients. So if you go on to arbonne.ca, you can see the type of ingredients that are in the products. And even if you don't want to use the Arbonne products, you're going to learn what should be in your products. Right? So you're learning about the type of ingredients that are in these products, and you can at least take that information, and when you do go to a retail store, read the labels. Please read the labels.
Yeah, good point.
Please read the labels. And if you don't understand the first 3 of them, there's a problem.
Right. Good.
Right?
That's really
so you really
what you're
want
saying.
to know what you're reading. So
Great. I love that advice. And the one thing that really makes me wonder is we talk about dance. So I'd love for you to tell us what kind of dance you're doing, and then I want to know who your favorite dancer is in the whole entire world. I got to know. So,
oh boy, that's a hard one.
It's probably a big list. So
Yeah, Mandy.
I know her.
So the type of dance that I'm trained in is Indian classical. It's called Bharatanatyam, which is a mouthful. It's a South Indian dance form, and I've been trained in that since I was 5.
Nice.
And then growing up, just kind of self-taught and through friends, a little bit of hip-hop, and then I got really, really interested in Bollywood. And so that's two of my main genres right now is Bollywood and Indian classical.
Love it.
And now I'm trying to infuse just other movements and other styles that I've just observed or have learned into my own. And so I'm just kind of creating my own genre, calling it modern classical.
Modern classical,
Yeah.
That's great. And who is the guru of all dancing, male or female? I'll take it.
That's really tough.
Yeah, you just gotta pick one.
Yeah, just one?
Just one.
Okay, just one. Okay, so...
Hopefully she's female.
Right?
Would help.
Oh, this is really hard to pick one female. Okay, so I'm going to, as a dancer, I have my, I absolutely adore a Bollywood actress.
Awesome.
Her name is Aishwarya Rai.
Okay.
And in the Western community, or Hollywood per se, as a performance artist. So not so much just as a dancer, but Beyonce.
Okay.
Yeah. Only because she's such a powerful performer.
Right.
It's not so much just for the dance, but as a performer, I look up to her because she's very, very powerful in the art that she does.
Yeah, I would agree. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. So that's very exciting. You know, you're doing dance, different genres of dance, you're doing social work, and then you are actually out there doing consulting around beauty. So I know you're balancing that, but what advice would you have for other people who want to start their own business, whether they're an entrepreneur or not, especially in roles that are non-traditional. Like everybody wants to be an entrepreneur and, make 6 digits off the gate. And we know through that journey, it's a passion and it takes time. So what advice do you have for people who want to get into the space that are perhaps non-traditional?
Right. Yeah, I think one of the biggest advice I would give you is really do your research. See what's out there, see the opportunities that are out there for you, and use your resources, because there's so much out there that you can grab onto from and learn from. Talk to people, really network with people, and start young. I wish I started younger.
Yeah.
Right? Start young. Like, don't be afraid. And if you know what you want, just go for it. Nice. And you know what? You're probably going to fail the first time or the second time or the third time, and that's okay, because it's going to take time, and that's just what it is. Be real with yourself, and if you know you want it, just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone stop you, and you'll learn your own way.
That's great. That's great advice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, thank you again for your time today. We've really enjoyed your message and
Thank you so much.
Learning so much about you, and we appreciate your time, and thank everyone, and please follow us at #AW Recipe for Success, and look at our website at www.avantiwomen.com.